How are we doing, LHW Tribe? This is, for many, it is the first week of school, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe even next week. So how are you, moms and dads, doing with this transition? Because this is very much not just a kid thing, it's a parent thing. Whether you're a working parent or stay-at-home parent, it's a big deal. So we want to make sure that everyone is prepared. Last week we had a video just on routines, and we'll be able to elaborate more on that on our next video next week. But the biggest bit of advice, just as a fellow working parent, is that one, we need to focus on the quality time. If it's not time for your kid to start school yet, maybe taking them on a little date somewhere. You don't have to necessarily go away, but yesterday we went to a goat farm. Like we reserved cuddle time. It was the first time we had done that, and it was fantastic. We could just be there and just play and be outside and enjoy the goats, and it was fantastic. It was a great way to just kind of get everyone in a good, calm, happy state and just ready to get into the school year. Some of you, your kids will just be stepping into a school for the first time in a year. Maybe they stayed remote the whole time, or they were homeschooled or whatnot. Maybe for others, they switched schools this year. So we have a new environment, plus the transition of getting into a different grade level. And still others may be new empty nesters. You may have had a kid that just went to college. You may have dropped them off at their dorms already as they prepare to start the new school year. And we understand there is still uncertainty with how things are. However, the quality time bit I can't stress enough. If you're like, well, shoot, today was the first day and I didn't do that because I was too busy being stressed about making sure I had all the supplies and labeling everything and figuring out what we're going to do for lunches and all of that, make it a point to celebrate. So if we can't do the quality time beforehand, then for sure celebrate. At the end of the week, it doesn't matter if it's for some frozen yogurt or, again, going away for the weekend, or, maybe go cuddle some goats. I mean, whatever it is, make sure you celebrate. And that will all come when you can make the routine of debriefing from the day, figuring out what was your favorite thing about the day, and of course talking about maybe what was not your favorite thing about the day, and just having those discussions, because them being able to verbalize and not feel like they're alone, especially if they're the new kid in class or they're like, I don't recognize any of these people, we want them to view us as a safe space. So being able to debrief, celebrate at the end of the week. And if you're looking to what else can I do? Is there a supplement I can take? What else can I do? I really like magnesium. It comes in different forms. There's a powdered version that you can just add to your water bottle if you're feeling anxious and stressed during the day. It's known as the anti-stress mineral. So guess what's one of the first things to get depleted when your stress hormones are surging like crazy? That one, yes. A processed diet will also deplete your magnesium. So when we are under more stress, we tend to fall into the pattern of least resistance, and usually our nutrition and diet goes out the window. So magnesium is fantastic. If you find that your mind is racing at night, then doing that before bedtime can be very helpful. And finally, just how I want to wrap this up is, it goes without saying, as we are chiropractors, Dr. Michelle here, I don't know if I introduced myself, but we scan in our office. This is a time for parents especially too, as well as their children, as you're going through any life transition, that it's going to demand more of your body. You're going to be using up more of your reserves. So it's great to get a baseline on where you're at, and we can best help support you. Because if there's one thing that chiropractic is excellent at, it's enhancing your body's ability to adapt to life, because we live our lives through our nervous systems. We want to ensure that this is a great school year for you and your kids. And we do have a workshop coming up next month. You can message us for details, but we have it posted in a couple places. But we want this to be all about you. We want you to be able to understand what's going on with your children, understand how their bodies are working, and how to best support them so that we regain control and make this year the best ever so we can slay it. So with that, I look forward to hearing how the first week and the first month of school goes, but make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure your headspace is right, because how you perceive stress, that is going to pass along to your kids, because they feed off of our energy, and we want to make sure that we are a great example and we're taking care of ourselves so that they can follow suit. Take care, guys.